Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Last time a lot happened. We went from the Mafia and the Guardian Force. Both were mind-controlled by Dr. Günther's, probably. And ultimately we ended up in the IBC with Kia and Shizuku. Now we're preparing for a final confrontation or something. She's out like a light. Can't blame her though. It's been a rough evening. Lloyd, where are you? Dear. Dark. So dark. Where has everybody gone? Lloyd gently caresses Kia's head. It's alright. We'll always protect you, Kia. So please, rest easy. Until now, we were also busy with our own individual issues. But now, I feel like I finally understand. The real reason I came to Crossbow, the real reason I became a detective, it was the same for you, wasn't it, Guy? Kia is sleeping gently. Oh, thank Adios, they're safe and sound. I'm so glad we were able to protect them. Elie? So this is where you've been. Lloyd. I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but the situation really took a turn for the worse. I just hope everybody in the city is safe. Yeah, me too. Don't worry, Elie. I'm sure your grandfather will be just fine. The mastermind behind all of this has no reason to harm him after all. We can overcome the situation together, and we will free everybody, including your grandfather. Thank you, Lloyd. I feel a little better now. And you're right, my grandfather has dealt with plenty of things over the years. Even in a situation as dangerous as this, I'm sure he'll manage to pull through one way or another. Right, someone as tough as him won't be taken down by this. That's right. How do you always know what to say to me? Am I really that easy to read? Huh? If you think about it, it's a bit unfair. I've already told you all about my problems and worries, like I'm an open book. But you never tell me what you're going through. Elie? Tell me, Lloyd. Do you think you managed to catch up to your brother? That's just the impression I got, that this whole time you've been trying to live up to his legend. You often talk about the barriers we have to overcome. But do you ever think that one of the barriers standing before you is Guy's shadow? Yeah, I think you're right. It's no secret my brother was always my hero growing up. Heck, he still is. Guy was amazing. He'd never surrender and always achieve anything he set his mind to. He wouldn't let anything bring him down. But 3 years ago, he left me forever. After that I was lost, wandering without a destination or a goal to strive toward. So, I ran away. Why? I didn't believe that I had the strength to become as great a man as he was. I lacked the confidence to protect the ones I loved like he did. So that's why I ran far away from Crossbell, from home. Yet here you stand in Crossbell once again. Why come back then? It's simple. I just realized that I love this city, that's all. My brother, Cecile, the time I spent with my friends, even when I was living in the Republic, all those memories were an irreplaceable part of me. I could never forget them. That's probably why I forced myself to take the detective exam during my time at the academy. It was the least I could do to be a stand-in for Guy. At the time, I thought that if I couldn't serve as his replacement, I had no right to return to Crossbell. But even so, you were still able to become a detective on your own merit. Surely that's a sign that you do have the same strength he did? That you can become someone as great as he was? No, actually. To be honest, I've never felt like I truly earned my detective's badge. I spent most of my life watching a detective who, while unconventional, was undoubtedly first-rate. Whenever I got stuck, I would ask myself, what would Guy do? He'd never give up, of course. He'd find a way to push through. The only reason I've even made it this far is because I've been relying on that strength of his. The image of him in my memories. But because of that, I haven't gotten any stronger myself. And I think I finally come to realize that only recently. Mindlessly chasing after my brother, my hero, will never make me stronger. Not really. Though I guess it's a little too late to realize that now. Lloyd? Elie? There's something I have to say. I may have never met Guy, but I know one thing for certain. You've been the glue that holds us together, the person who always motivates us, no matter the odds. You have been from the beginning. I have? You've always guided me, no, all of us, through thick and thin. We were all lost in this great grey city, yet you managed to be our guiding light. You're gentle, earnest, probably a little too dense at times, but through everything, you've always stayed by our side, continuing to search for the truth when no one else will. It's because of you, of your strength and determination, that the rest of us have made it this far. It wasn't Guy's doing, nor anyone else's. It was you, Lloyd. I thank 8 years above every day for allowing me to meet you. Though I admit, a part of me wishes we had met in Sunday school back when we were kids. Even I like to indulge myself in silly fantasies like that every now and then. Elie, I believe in yourself, Lloyd Bennings. The part of you that loves your brother, and the part of you that's always struggling to catch up to him. Both make you who you are. That's the Lloyd Bennings that No. That's the Lloyd I adore. All I ask is that you keep being you. Elie. Uh-huh. A short announcement to everyone remaining in the building. Due to an emergency situation, a portion of a floor lighting will be turned off. Also, for security reasons, all exits besides the front entrance will be sealed. We ask for your understanding and request you exercise extreme caution when using open flames within the building at this time. Well... I should probably get back to Belle. There may be something I can assist Uncle Dieter and the others with. Yeah, of course. I should stock up on supplies and double check our equipment while I still can. Anyway, I catch up with you later. Right, of course. Lloyd, once we resolve this whole mess, can we continue our conversation? Never mind. See you later. Elie's cheek was so soft. Was she wearing perfume? I was so close. Just a little more and... Ah, what the hell am I thinking? Still, I just have to keep being me. If I'd heard that a few months ago, I would have felt just as confused and lost as ever. But now, I think I can agree, as strange as it sounds. Thank you, Elie, for everything. Lloyd and Elie learned Star Blast 2. Their Star Blast combo craft has strengthened. Attack power, range, and area of effect have all been improved and they can act sooner after use. Can't spell love without Elie. Yeah, because the game keeps track of certain choices you make throughout and gives you relationship points. And the character with the highest relationship points you meet here for a little private talk. And for my case, that is Elie. Lloyd, don't you think it'd be a good idea for you to take a bit of a break? Yeah, I'll take one after I go on another quick patrol. You've been running around just as much as I have, so you should get some rest too, okay? I think I will. Thank you for looking out for me, Lloyd. Suspicious. Huh? What are you implying, Belle? Well, your face turned as bright red as your tall friend's hair just now. I hope to aid you aren't taking advantage of this life and death situation to make a move on my dear Elie. That's ridiculous. Although I was about to... I will end you. It seems I've gotten too complacent. I need to devise a plan to squash their little flame after this mess has been dealt with. Something has really worked up. This machine's power was made especially for trying times like this. Just leave it to us. We'll have a bypass route up and running in a jiffy. A computing system developed for the second stage of the project should prove useful here. It was pretty much built to handle analyzing major systems like the orbital network. We don't know who's responsible for obstructing the network, but watch and learn. We'll outwit this saboteur. Leave restoring the orbital network to us. We may not look the part with the actual orbital network system administrators. Leave the orbital network to me and my crew. My analysis shows that the device was attached to the network cable that sends out waves of interference. But that's no match for this talented team. Give us a few hours and the orbital network will be chugging along like new again. I'm guessing you've decided to help them restore the orbital network to you? Yes, but I'm working on a few more things. Oh, like what? I'm currently trying to contact Jonah. Jonah has placed backdoors in various terminals across the city to simplify the hacking process. As long as you have access to the terminals, we should be able to reach him and he can inform us of the situation. Seriously? What about contacting outside sources? I'm still working on that issue. Still, the situation has become dire. I'll have Jonah repay every last bit of debt he owes me. Okay. We've been fully regenerated now. What are things looking like outside, Randy? All clear for now. But damn, that limo could really move. We totally gave those guys the slip. For sure, we've got Sight with us now. So we should be okay for the time being. Woof. Though everything going this well gives me a bad feeling. Wouldn't be surprised if we ran into another twist or two in the near future. Make sure you stock on supplies at the very least. Got it, Lloyd? Got it. The IBC security team is watching outside for any of those nut jobs. Let's try catching our breath and then put our heads together and come up with a way to move forward. Hey there, one heck of a situation we've got on our hands, huh? Mr. Jerome? Oh, that's right, you said you were stopping by the Epstein Foundation branch here in the IBC today, didn't you? Sure did. Was visiting the branch over on the 5th floor for that very reason. Old Roberts and I were deeply in discussion over a new idea he had for an invention. Never in all my years did I expect something this nutty to happen. I'm sorry, sir, this wouldn't have happened if not for us. Relax, kid, no one's blaming you. And besides, I'm pretty sure this old geezer can help you with this pickle you found ourselves in. You can count on me. Got a whole workshop set up for you here. From orbital modification to weapon reinforcement, you bet you can count on me for all your needs. Thank you, sir. We will definitely take you up on that offer. Yeah, in addition to our equipment, we should take a look at how our orbments are doing too. After all, we have no way of knowing what's going to happen next. Holy city of Arteria, how did you get your hands on some Zemurian ore? You got no idea what kind of treasure you're holding, kid. Where the hell did you manage to find it? Is this chunk of rock really that special? Is it ever? That thing you're holding there is said to be the relic of an ancient civilization. And that there is one of the hardest materials in all of Zemuria. And this just out of a rumor mill, but it seems the Foundation's figured out how to refine the stuff as of last year. If you were to make a weapon out of this, well, they'd be just about the most powerful thing you could get your hands on. I had no idea that stuff was that variable. The weapons it can make are really that powerful? Given the situation, something like that would certainly be a huge help. Ha, well, you're in luck, my friend. I just happened to draft up some blueprints for new weapons that would be perfect for. Just say the word and I turn that Zemurian ore into some world-class gear for you. I figure one ore is good enough to make a single weapon, probably. Anyway, you wanna give it a shot? It would be nice if I could see beforehand what weapon we're getting. But I think I'll make a weapon for Lloyd. Time to put my back into it. Gonna craft a masterpiece out of this Zemurian ore, just you wait. Now if I just adjust it like this. And complete. Take a gander at this. All-rounder. You really did it. You're a lifesaver. Thank you so much, sir. No problem, kid. I should be the one thanking you. Don't want a geezer like myself to deserve working on with this, but it's been a dream. If you need any more help, just say the word. We will. Thank you for everything, sir. Okay, all-rounder. That's actually really good. It's horrifying to think that half of the Guardian force has been brainwashed. But I'm sure we'll make it out alright. This is the famous IBC. Something small like this won't bring us to our knees. You're right, we'll make it through this. Talk about a lucky break. We're able to take shelter in what is most likely the most secure facility in all of Crossbow. We should get all our equipment in order while things are relatively calm. Ah, Detective Mannings. I've already heard everything from Mr. Croix. Today sure hasn't been the best, has it? It's our fault that everyone here was put in danger, I'm sorry. No, please don't worry about us. Special support section or not, Mr. Croix would never let this kind of situation go unchecked. Please allow us to help you in any way we can. You don't have better weapons. Good, Orpman sorting. It looks like you guys went through a ringer. Well, don't worry about the IBC, the security department lives for this kind of stuff. As long as you're on the IBC premises, we won't let those crazies lay a finger on you. Okay, and how we... Lloyd Bennings of the Special Support Section here. It's me, Dieter Croix. Sorry about that. Did you mistake it for a call from the police department? No, sir. Have you had any luck contacting anybody? Not yet, I'm afraid. I'll be frank, I'm concerned about a report from the guard at the front gate. I hate to ask this while you're resting, but could you go to my office for a chat? Yeah, no problem. See you soon. A report from the guards? I got a bad feeling about this. I better make sure I got all my equipment in order before I go. Now, this will probably be a bit short, but I think I end the episode here and we continue this next time. So, I've tried to see if I can trigger the other bonding events, and here we is for one from Randy. Randy, what are you up to? Hey, partner. Hard to believe half the stuff that's going on right now. What's up? Was it something I said? No. I need your honest opinion, Randy. What do you make of the situation? If the CGF were to attack us here, I'm not sure how long we'd be able to hold out. To be frank, I don't like our odds one bit. At the end of the day, the CGF is a legitimate military organization. Sure, they might not have any tanks or airships, but they're highly trained and equipped with the best armaments out there. This building is pretty high-tech, sure, but it ain't no fortress, it's an office building. It won't stand a chance against them. I was afraid you might say that. All the more reason why re-establishing communication with HQ and the guild should be our top priority. Until then, we have to do everything in our power to defend the building. Pretty much, yeah. Damn, I sure wish I had my old weapon with me right about now. What weapon? The orbital rifle I used up until about 2 years ago. That bad boy was powerful enough to blow a hole through a damn truck. That's right, you are part of a Jäger Corps. The Red Constellation, right? I did a bit of research and it seemed they're pretty famous in the Jäger world. Famous, you say? I'd say infamous is more like it. They're the deadliest corps in all of Western Zamoria. Blood-soaked reapers that turn battlefields into graveyards. Last I heard, they were locked in battle with Elie over in Calvert not too long ago. No doubt it was a real bloodbath. I can't even imagine. Sorry, probably not the best topic for me to bring up now. Anyway, if the CGF starts getting serious, you can bet all hell's gonna break loose. And then there's that newest armored car of theirs. If they roll that thing out, then... Randy? Is it okay if I take back what I said before? Huh? You remember our little chat after the race? Until I'm able to stand shoulder to shoulder with you and my brother, I won't pry into your past. Oh yeah. I've mentioned this before, but my brother truly was my hero. It's like Chief Sergei, Dudley and Arius have said before. Guy's presence alone was enough to make anyone feel like they're able to overcome the worst of odds. Yeah, sure sounds like it. Sheesh, some of the things I hear about him make him sound like he's some kind of god. I guess that's one way to put it. He didn't have any kind of godly strength or anything though. Ever since his death, I've been telling myself that I have to grow strong enough to fill the gap he left behind. If I couldn't, what right did I have to even return to Crossbow? Because of that, I put my entire being into working to get my detective's license, to become a replacement for Guy. And to be honest, I've always known deep down how impossible of a goal that was. That's so. Looking at you now though, you seem like you're okay with that. Do I? I suppose after going through everything we have, I've changed my outlook a bit. I might not ever be able to be someone like my brother, to reach his level of greatness. But maybe the right answer is that I should just become great in my own way. That I should be my own man. Oh? I say that, but I honestly have no clue where to even begin. Since we've taken Kia, I've realized that if I keep getting hung up on comparing myself to Guy, it will only drag all of us down. I'm grateful you're all by my side. I may not be strong enough on my own, but together, we'll pull through. With that said, I hope you don't mind if I lean on your strength here. What are you talking about, man? You're already strong enough to stand on your own. You knew, didn't you, Randy? You knew I'd hit a wall if I just kept chasing after my brother. Guilty as charged. I figured there'd come a day when all that stuff got the better of you and you were finally forced to face it head on. But it seems like you managed to figure it out on your own before that happened. Yeah, but I definitely couldn't have done it without the rest of you. If I'm being honest, the only reason I didn't ask about your past after a race was because I was still caught up in my own insecurities. But I've always wanted to know more. About the guy who's been watching over me this entire time? The guy who's been like a brother to me? Say, Lloyd. Care to take a guess on how many people I've killed on the battlefield? I can't even imagine. It's probably because we've lived lives so vastly different from one another. You're right. That's for my question. The answer is that I've killed so many I've lost track. For as long as I could remember, I lived on the battlefield, in a world of fire and smoke. I was handed my first knife at the age of 4. At 6, I fired my first gun. I had my first combat experience when I was only 9. I was in my old man's unit as a scout and ended up killing 2 enemy soldiers. They gave me a small unit of my own to command when I was 12, and at 14 an even larger unit. For 5 long years, I was a bloodthirsty mongrel that roamed the battlefield. But eventually, I turned tail and ran away. I didn't leave that life of my own volition like Garcia did. And it's not like I stopped being able to handle all the killing and death either. It's just one day, I lost something inside myself and wandered away. Like I was some walking corpse shambling forward. From there, I drifted from place to place, eventually winding up in Crossbow. Somehow I managed to worm my way into the CGF. When I refused to use a rifle though, that son of a bitch commander discharged me. But right after that, almost like it was fate, the chief took me in like some dirty stray. That's who I really am, Lloyd. That's the story of a man known as Randolph Orlando. Randy? Thank you. Thank you for telling me your story. Sheesh, Lloyd, you're a masochist or something? Why else would you suffer through listening to a story about a piece of shit like me? Don't tell me you're not disgusted by all this. Well, I won't deny it's a bit of a shock. But even so, I was determined to hear your story no matter what. And besides, it would be fair for you to know everything about me, while I'm still in the dark about your past. Knowing each other inside out is what makes us partners, right? Well, you called me your partner earlier, didn't you, Randy? Right as we started this chat. Well, that was just a greeting and wait, hold up. Have I really never called you that before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. To be honest, I was a little happy to hear you say that. You don't have to laugh at me. Now I regret even telling you anything. So that's why you were so insistent on dragging that old story out of me. Not only that, but you drove me into a corner by pouring your heart out first. Well, 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 it looked like I had you all wrong. A masochist? No. You're a bona fide sadist, my friend. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Short announcement, emergency situation, same as with Elie. I guess we're officially on lockdown. I think I head down to the first floor. You know, just in case things start to go south. Good idea. I'm going to stock up on supplies and look over our equipment again. Thanks, man. We're counting on you. You and I are gonna have to be the last line of defense if the CGF breaks this place. Whatever else we do, I want to keep Mademoiselle and Teotot safe. Kia and Shizuku too. Yeah, I agree. You and I will have to figure out a way to stop their advance. That's the spirit. I got your back, partner. Right back at you. Lloyd and Wendy learned Burning Rage 2. Crafter strengthened. Orlando's blooming friendship. What's the situation like, Wendy? No sign of movements for now. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they sniffed us out any second now. Probably won't take them long to catch on to the fact that a big fancy limo belongs to the head honcho here. True. Sorry, Zyd. Can we count on you to guard the interior? Woof. Confident as ever, I see. Well, we've come this far. Might as well prepare for the worst now. Knowing how the CGF operates, they'll likely try storming the gates in waves. We'll probably be looking at a bunch of back-to-back battles, so we better replenish all our supplies and catch our breath where we can. Yeah, good idea, Wendy. Alright, and Teo. Oh, Lloyd. Is something wrong? I guess it was a dumb question. You're checking the situation outside, aren't you? Yes, I was feeling a bit worried, so I came up here to have a look. But how did you know that's what I was doing? Well, we've all seen you use your power to save us countless times by now. So, how are things out there? It appears that multiple firefights have broken out across the city. I strongly suspect the CPD and CGF are engaged in open combat. I figured as much. I really hope the civilians are able to stay safe from the crossfire. Huh. You okay, Teo? I bet you're exhausted. Well, I guess we did just run around the entire city. To tell the truth, I'd prefer if you rested with Kia. Wait a sec, I'm not trying to treat you like a child, I'm just concerned. I know. You don't need to worry, I have considerably more endurance now than I did when we first began working together. But even if it weren't the case, I'm a little too worked up right now to sleep. Can't blame you there. Things really have gotten crazy, huh? Sorry I've dragged you into this mess when you're not formally part of the CPD. Sorry, I'm not saying you're not part of our team or anything like that. You're on thin ice. But being in this situation, I can't help but worry about our futures. I'm unsure what the Epstein Foundation will ultimately decide in regard to my transfer to the CBD. What do you mean? I was originally sent here to test the Orbital staff, but that can be done in a number of places besides Crossbow. Depending on the Foundation's plans, it's entirely possible I eventually be sent elsewhere. That's, if that were to happen, would you be saddened by my departure? What? Are you kidding? I can't even imagine you not being here with us. Really? A special support section without Teo Plato? I don't think that's even possible. The SSS would still be in the Middle Ages if you weren't there to handle the terminal. I doubt anyone else in the continent could operate it as well as you can. All this time, it hadn't even crossed my mind that they might transfer you somewhere else eventually. I don't know what we'd do without you. Nothing is decided just yet. For now, it's only a possibility. The Foundation has made a large investment in Crossbow. The cutting-edge technology it has built here is a testament to that. The situation may seem dire, but I do not expect one incident to cause them to withdraw entirely. And as long as that is the case, Crossbow is and will remain the ideal testing grounds for my staff. I hope you're right. Regardless, we need to do everything in our power to end this stalemate and resolve this incident. We can't give them a reason to change their minds. After all, the Special Support Section needs you. We won't let you go so easily. Ah. What is it this time? Whatever it is I said, I swear I didn't mean to. Yes, I'm well aware. You truly are hopeless, Lloyd Bennings. That is not anger right now, that's embarrassment. Elie was right. You are far more dangerous than you realized. Of all the ways you could have reacted, you still managed to surprise me. I still don't understand. What I'm trying to say is that you're an insensitive, good-for-nothing little brother character. Somehow, you've managed to surpass even Guy in terms of thick-headedness. I'm not quite sure what I follow. Am I really just as bad as Guy was? I mean, there's no doubt he was always as thick as a brick. He was completely oblivious to how Cecile felt for the longest time. There were so many times I wanted to kick him to make him finally realize what he was missing. Kick! Hey, what was that for, Tio? Don't pay it any mind. But know that you got what you deserved. Huh? Service announcement. We are on lockdown. Guess we are officially on lockdown. I think I go assist the researchers in the terminal room. We likely have more options if we can establish communications with Jonah. Good idea. I'll be counting on you. Leave checking our supplies and equipment to me. That would be greatly appreciated. Is something wrong, Tio? Don't tell me she's mad at me again. Do you remember, Lloyd? The promise? The one you said you would make to me? Yeah, of course I do. You told me if I wanted to honor the promise Guy made you, then I should come up with my own. Sorry, Tio, I've been thinking about it ever since that day, but I haven't been able to come up with anything that matches Guy's. In that case, I would like to make my own request. Is that acceptable? Of course, I don't mind, Tio. Alright, let me have it. Michelin Wonderland. I would like you to take me there once this crisis is resolved. Huh? Seriously? That's all you want? Don't you think that's a little small? Shouldn't a promise like this have a little more weight? You could even say, when I'm in trouble, always come to my rescue. Wouldn't that be better? Not at all. This is more than enough. Besides, in order to keep this promise, we need to resolve this crisis anyway. Which, with that in mind, I'd say what I'm asking for has plenty of weight to it. Well, I guess you got me there. Alright then, it's a promise. I'd be more than happy to take you to Michelin Wonderland once this is all over. Oh, but is it fine if we invite the others? I'll take it as a no. I suppose it is a promise that I'm making to you and you alone. Too bad though. I wanted to bring Kia with us at the very least. Well, if that's the case, I will amend the promise. Our first trip can be with everybody, but afterwards, it has to be just us. Do you have any complaints? No, none at all. I'll be looking forward to it. Did she just ask him for a date? Is she really fine with such a simple promise? Well, as long as it makes her happy, I guess it's alright. For the sake of our promise, I swear better get to the bottom of this case. Craft strengthened. Mission not impossible. Alright, you're here. Hey Theo, looks like the staff were quick to ask for your help. I know you said you tried to contact Jonah, but do you think he's alright? Likely. Jonah has placed backdoors in various terminals across the city to simplify the hacking process. Okay, but the only where there is a massive difference in dialogue is with Elie, where Maria Bell reacts harsh to Lloyd. Okay, but that's it for all this showing off. Until next time when we continue the actual plot, I'm Ace and don't get lost.